Some of the early episodes of Night Gallery were excellent. Some were mediocre, and some were terrible. And some were just felt like it was a ripoff from a bad DC or Carlton comic, horror comic of the late 60s, early 70s. And one of these, I think this is the episode or the brief episode where the two main actors are tremendous talents, but they're wasted. It's something called Pamela's Voice. Now, Pamela's Voice was the first part of the season 1, episode 5, which aired on December 13, 1971. It stars Phyllis Diller as Pamela, the namesake of the piece, and John Astin as Jonathan. Now, in this very brief 9-minute episode, John Astin finds himself alone in a funeral parlor talking to himself and is kind of celebrating the death of his wife. Pamela has been a nag to him for his whole life, and Astin, in a kind of a first-person narration, talks about how bad Pamela's voice was, drove him literally crazy. Now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the leather lung voice, as some people have called it, is heard in the flesh, belonging to Jonathan's now late wife. Now, Phyllis Diller, who was a comedic powerhouse back in the day, could play very good dramatic roles, and she's not say wasted in this part, but Phyllis Diller, when you see Phyllis Diller, you see comedy. It'd be like putting Jerry Seinfeld as the lead in a serial killer movie. It just doesn't work. Now, although the Pamela character shows why she's such a nag, because she starts criticizing Astin from first relook, as we say. But director Richard Benedict doesn't give us anything but two rotten people and one with a really bad voice going at it. Now, in Astin's mind, he feels that the funeral home will be taking Pamela away, and this is just a ghost of Pamela. And the fact out, she points out that she was buried months ago. She eventually tells him to open the casket and looks inside and sees what the Jonathan character futures are going to be. We really don't want to get into the plot twists of this, but like any Carlton or DC comic horror plot is pretty well to figure out. So there's always aspects of evil being overcome by evil or evil being punished. But I think the only person that was really punished in this one is the audience, because you're looking at John Astin, who later on directed and appeared in other episodes, and Phyllis Diller, who was basically, when she did dramatic parts back in the day, she was so much the Phyllis Diller character. Again, people didn't take her seriously, and she's supposed to have a shrill voice. She does even laugh in her famous Phyllis Diller voice, hey, hey, like that. Doesn't make any sense. Now, people have basically said this is as you say, a dog of an episode. It's not a dog. It's just a waste of two very good talents. It would have been refilmed with somebody not as well known as Phyllis Diller, maybe even like Joanne Morley or Ruth Buzzy. Ruth Buzzy would have been perfect for this. But John Astin, it takes a lot for him to mess up an episode anyway. But we'll talk a bit more to John Astin aspects in later episodes. So thank you for listening to Night Gallery podcast as part of our remote control column. Please give me a like, comment, or subscribe, and happy pre-Halloween. Bye.